today.
And if you would like to, if you would like to watch today's game, you could go to YouTube, to NETsn Live on YouTube, and the game will be streaming there as well. So make sure you go check it out on YouTube. Oh, okay. Shaw texted me. Shaw was at the station. She texted me, and I thought it had something to do with the game, but it was just about Riles tomorrow.
The important things.
And we're going to stand by here for the national anthem.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Watching Old Glory fly in the wind just makes your heart just beat.
Well, I was going to say there's nothing better than afternoon baseball. That's what I was going to say.
Absolutely.
I love me some afternoon baseball, and I'm also glad that it's not super sunny.
Absolutely.
I like the cloudy weather.
Yes.
I'm a cloudy guy myself. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this Triple G Plumbing pregame show because we got to get you the starting lineups. Starting lineups brought to you this season by Hughes Appliance in Mineola, 903-569-5540. They're your AC and appliance store. We'll start with the visiting team, the Grand Saline Indians. Leading off, number 2, and playing center field, number 2, Preston Anderson. Batting second, playing second base, number 3, Jace Mercer. Batting third and pitching, number 10, Brett Kendall. Batting fourth and playing third base, number 11, Landon Main. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, number 1, Luke Metcalf. Batting sixth and playing first base, number 14, Carson Brown. Batting seventh behind the plate, number 4, Cameron Ivy. Batting eighth and playing right field, number 13, Cooper Brown. And the designated hitter, number 5, Bryce Holland. In the field for Reigns. Left to right in the outfield, you have Springer in left, Bacon in center, Patterson in right. Around the horn in the infield, you have Shepard at first, Fuller at second, Toby Herndon at short, Thompson at third. Grant Guidry is behind the plate, and on the mound is Sean Robertson. I like to say it like this, Sean Robertson, like a Sean Connery type deal. So that's what I like to do.
All righty, here we go.
All right, and we are about ready to start this thing. You can hear the wind whipping in a little bit in the headset, just a tad. Rain's in their pinstripe unis. You like the pinstripe look, Dad?
I do. You know, it kind of reminds you.
Don't say it.
Yeah,
Don't even say it.
Okay.
There's a lot of other teams that have pinstripes other than them.
Okay.
Don't even say it.
Okay.
But the pinstripe look is nice. It's white and blue pinstripes with Wildcats across their chest. Grand Saline, the visiting team, they're black tops, gray bottoms with some black and orange socks. They look sharp looking too.
Baltimore.
Baltimore versus. It's not. We're not going to go with the Yankees. First pitch is high for ball number 1. And we are underway here in Emory. Again, we appreciate you tuning in. Let us know where you're tuned in from. Go to KMOO Sports on Facebook. Text the Alice and Brown Realtor text line, 903-569-1999. Preston Anderson loops that one into center field. It's going to bounce in front of Bacon. And that is a base hit for the Grand Saline Indians to begin this ball game. Preston Anderson takes the second pitch he sees, Dad, and loops it into center field.
He did. That was a nice shot. Good hit.
Good hit right there by Preston Anderson. It's going to bring up the second baseman for Grand Saline, Jace Mercer. By the way, the Lady Cat softball team for Reigns just played behind us against Commerce. They started at 12. That game's already over. It was 11-0 last I saw.
Yeah.
Reigns, so yeah. First pitch to Mercer is outside for ball 1. And if you're watching the game on YouTube and you have any complaints about the scoreboard, it's Pops that's running the scoreboard today. So second pitch is low for ball 2. I know it's early here and it's a small sample size, but no strikes thrown early on by Sean Robertson. 2 balls, no strikes. Swing and a miss right there by Mercer for strike 1. How you doing over there, Dad? You doing all right?
Yeah. I love it.
2 balls and 1 strike. Robertson, the pitch is low, ball 3. 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike now. So Robertson in danger of putting Mercer on with a free pass.
Yep, going to have a pen.
Mercer swings and misses at that one. For those that don't know, Dad's trying to be electronic here today, and didn't work out for you, did it?
Hey, I was multitasking. I was doing well.
For the first batter. Full count here to Mercer. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that one misses, ball 4. So a walk there after the leadoff single will put Mercer at first, Anderson at second, and it'll bring up the pitcher, Brett Kendall. Walks this season are brought to you by WWJ Surveying and Mapping, located in Tyler, 903-534-9000. They are your surveying specialists. So 2 runners on for the Indians. And Kendall into bat now. First pitch, way high. That one looked like it slipped out of his hand a little bit as Robertson looked down at his left hand, and lefty on the mound. Dad, are you a fan of lefty pitching, left-handed pitching?
It's interesting to me. I've had a few of them when we played, but they throw differently.
They do throw differently. That's a strike in there from Robertson now. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Brett Kendall. It does come off the hand a little different, so it's something that you gotta watch out for.
Yeah.
1 ball and 1 strike to Kendall with 2 runners on. Robertson checks the runner, the 1-1. Squaring around a bunt. Kendall does bunt it. Robertson's going to field it, looks at third, fires to first, and gets the out. So Brett Kendall does his job there. A little sacrifice on the 1-4 put out for out number 1. But it does advance both runners into scoring position, second and third base. So Anderson over at third, Mercer at second. It's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, third baseman number 11 for Grand Saline, Landon Main. So Landon Main stepping in from the right side now with 2 runners in scoring position for the Indians. Again, the Indians took a 2-0 loss to Rains on Tuesday night in Grand Saline. First pitch looked good. May have been a little outside. We are a little cockeyed here behind home plate.
Yeah.
We're not right behind home plate like we were last time. So 1 ball and no strikes to Main. Robertson, the 1-0. That's high. 2 balls and no strikes.
A little control issue already. He's throwing them high.
Yeah, he's thrown a lot of balls here early on.
Yeah.
Get that under control. Do you think, let me ask you a question, well,
Okay.
in a second. It is 2 balls, no strikes to Main, Robertson. That one
There it
catches the
is.
outside corner. I was going to ask you, I don't think it rained as much up here yesterday as it did everywhere else
Right.
in East Texas, but do you think maybe ball may be a little wet?
Could be wet coming off the turf.
Could be. 2-1 count. Robertson the pitch. That catches him at the letters. Strike 2. So a high strike call there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 is the count. Robertson the pitch. And that's chopped back towards the third base side. Anderson's going to score from third, and nobody. A play for no one as Anderson comes across and scores. It's going to be an RBI single for Landon Main. So Main gets Grand Saline on the board first as Anderson comes in and scores. That was a little dribbler to the left side of the infield. Robertson couldn't get to it, and then over at third base, he couldn't get to it either. And, well, when he did get to it, Thompson, it was just a little too late. So now it's going to put runners on the corners with still 1 out and a 1-0 lead for the Indians. So first pitch now coming up to Luke Metcalf as he takes strike 1. We got a text in on the text line. Old Pork Chop is listening on the app loud and clear out by I-20 by Marshall.
All right.
So thank you, Pork Chop, for tuning in. We appreciate you. 0-1 count. That's fired in there. That may have woke Sean Robertson up right there.
And let's think about that. We got pork chop on the road, and we got bacon out in the outfield.
That was good.
Sorry.
That was good. Runners on the corners. 0-2 count to Metcalf. Robertson checks the runner. Hard look at the runner at first. Then he's just going to, well, I think Metcalf actually called time. Saw some nachos coming from behind us.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. That's the bad thing about having a computer screen, because I can see
You can
what's coming.
see it, yeah. Yeah.
But it's good. I can know what's happening behind me, too.
The 0-2. That's called strike 3. Sean Robertson right there comes back with 3 straight strikes and a strikeout looking of Luke Metcalf. Strikeouts brought to you by Texas National Bank in Lindale, 903-881-5589. It's the bank with the big blue roof in Lindale, America.
Big blue roof.
Carson Brown, the first baseman, going to step in now for the Grand Saline Indians. They lead 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. By the way, forgot to mention that this first inning is brought to you by the Gold Buyer in Tyler. Check out thegoldbuyertyler.com. They want to turn your gold into green. First pitch is another strike. So Sean Robertson has found the strike zone now.
I believe he heard us.
Well,
yeah. Well, we'll go with that.
I like to think that these players have like an AirPod in or something,
yeah.
and they're listening to the broadcast as we're doing it.
That makes sense. Absolutely.
No balls, wood strike. Robertson. Runner goes for second. High pitch. No throw down. So Landon Main's going to take second base there on the no contest. So runners at second and third now. Brett Swinney is tuned in, the owner of NETsn.
Yes.
Here's the 1-1. That's inside corner, strike 2.
Nice.
But Brett's tuned in, the owner of NETsn, and we appreciate him giving us the equipment, allowing us to do this. And he said it looks great and sounds great. So thanks, Brett. We appreciate you.
Appreciate that,
You can
boss.
go check it out, too. Yeah. 1-2. That's skied to the right side, shallow right field. And coming in and squeezing it for the final out will be Patterson out in right field. So, my goodness. Hey, yo. So at the end of the
Triple G Plumbing in Mineola is the honest, dependable plumber you've been looking for. Family owned and operated, they're licensed and insured. They have 24-hour emergency repair service for residential and commercial. They're a full-service plumber that specializes in service repair. He does drain cleaning, provides a hydrojet cleaning service, and he sells and installs hot water heaters. Triple G's #1 priority is your health and safety. Call Triple G at 903-569-7286. Triple G is your hometown plumber.
ball 2 to Eric Bacon. 2 balls and no strikes now to Eric Bacon. It's Bacon, Robertson, and Guidry due up for the Reigns Wildcats here in the bottom of the first inning against Brett Kendall pitching for Grand Saline. And the pitch catches the corner, strike 1.
So we know what he's given.
The corners.
Yep, he's
I like
giving the
that.
corners.
Like that a lot.
Well, it makes the game go better.
Yeah. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Bacon. Kendall's pitch. That's hit towards left field. Could be trouble. Coming on, trying to make a catch. Diving and not getting to it is Landon Parker. And that's going to roll to the fence. Eric Bacon's got speed. He rounds second. Headed towards third. And they're going to tell him to go home. No. Coach Kajihiro told him to come home, but Bacon holds up at third. Pops, it's a tough one to score.
Yeah.
I think Parker dove for it, and it would have – I think he probably should have just kept that one in front of him.
He should have.
I'm going to give an E7 there.
And I'm going to say the wind played a little bit on it because if you look at the wind's blowing out of north-northeast, so it was pushing that ball.
Well, I'm going to have to give Mr. Parker an E7 there.
Yeah.
So Bacon at third. Sean Robertson stepping in. Excuse me. Sean Robertson stepping into bat now for Reigns. Kendall, the pitch. Misses.
Okay.
Ball 1. We also had another text come in on the text line. Says, KO, great job, and go Indians. So we got a Grand Saline fan listening.
All right.
And hold on, we got another joke from Pork Chop. That's ball 2 to Sean Robertson. Pork Chop says his boy's nickname is Bacon also, and he drives big rigs. So old big rig Bacon out there.
That's too cool. That's all right. Does he deliver eggs?
I have no idea. That misses high. Ball 3. 3-0 to Sean Robertson. Oh, Courtney Kuntz is tuned in. She's the one that said go Indians. Well, thank you, Courtney. She lives in Fruitvale, supporting the Grand Saline Indians.
Nice.
So 3 balls, no strikes to Sean Robertson. And that's in there for strike 1.
He was taking that all the way.
That's my philosophy.
Yeah.
That's my philosophy. And I mean, depends on the game. Like right now, I probably would have swung just because, I mean, it's early in the game.
And you got a guy on third.
3-1, that is swung on and fouled back. It's going to be interesting to see how our camera holds up here.
Doing good, doing good. Hopefully we won't have those like we had Big Sandy.
Cambo, Addison, did y'all win? What was the score? Did you make any good plays?
I actually did, but they said I dropped it.
That one's fouled to the right side, giving it a look. I couldn't tell if that was Cambo or Addison. I had to find out. It was Addie. I couldn't tell from the side. You look like Cambo a little bit. But then I saw the 24. I was like, that's not Cambo. It's Addie. I got you. Well, good job. Congratulations. Full count here to Sean Robertson. So the Reigns softball team, 11-0 win. They're doing their due diligence.
Due diligence.
Full count is fouled off. We got to go Indians. Where is Richie Rich today? Well, Ridge Tardy that does games with Conrad. See, we got 2 separate teams here, guys. Conrad and Ridge are Tuesday night crew.
Right.
And usually me and Jeremy are the Friday crew, but Jeremy's not able to be here today, so I went to the bullpen. Got pops.
Bring in the reliever.
Robertson calls time on the full count. That pitch is swung and hit towards third. It's going to be fielded cleanly at third base by Landon Main, but he airmails the throw. It's going to bring Bacon in from third, and Robertson's going to get over to second base. E5 right there on Landon Main. He fielded it cleanly, but the throw just got away from him, Dad.
Had all the time, too. He wasn't rushed.
No, he wasn't rushed. He didn't need to do that. So it's a 1-1 game now between Reigns and Grand Saline.
No outs.
No outs.
Runner in scoring position.
Yeah. And we talked about this before the game, and you were asking if Grand Saline has turf as well, because Reigns has turf out here, and
right.
It could be different if you're a team that plays on grass majority of the season and coming out to a turf field, but Grand Saline has turf too. So
they're used to the bounce.
Very used to it, and there wasn't anything. The bounce wasn't the problem. It was the throw that got away from Landon Main. So back-to-back errors.
Yeah, let's get the nerves out of the way first inning.
Back-to-back errors by Grand Saline. Tie the game up at 1. Now Grant Guidry steps in for Reigns with a runner at second base and nobody out. Guidry, first pitch swinging.
Nice.
Fists that one to left center field. It's going to drop. And rounding third and coming in is Robertson, and he'll score an RBI single for Grant Guidry. And Reigns takes a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. So, yeah, double G. I like it. RBIs this season brought to you by Potts Gas right here in Emory. They're your propane headquarters. Call them at 903-473-2714. So 2-1. Reigns up, and stepping in now is the designated hitter, number 12, Nick Bowman, with a runner on first and still nobody out. Pork Chop says no on the eggs.
Okay.
He says, but he's from Kilgore, so he doesn't have a dog in the fight. Just hopes it's a good game. That's what I'm saying. And we got another text in that says, sneak listening from work. Go Indians.
Nice.
Listen, we won't tell on you. We won't tell a word. Bowman, that's inside ball 1. No, it's 1. Is it 1-1 or 1-0? I know what it says up there, but.
Oh, it's 1-1.
Okay. So it is 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Nick Bowman. I don't know if you can see it from over here, Dad, but the back of his helmet has a little lightning bolt. Watch when he turns around, you'll see it. That one misses, ball 2. See it? It's got a little lightning bolt. So I don't know if that means Mr. Bowman's fast or, you know.
He strikes.
2 balls and 1 strike to Nick Bowman. Brett Kendall on the mound for the Indians.
Means
who trail
2-1 anytime.
It's true. Ooh, big swing and a miss. He tried to strike there and swung through it. Strike 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Still haven't managed to get their first out yet.
Not yet. Not yet. but it's coming. 2-2 the count to Bowman. Kendall checks the runner, fires in. Nice stop behind the plate by Ivy. Kept that one in front of him. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
You know, Friday night we was talking about that, about the catchers in Big Sandy, how they were just being, I mean, they were being worked hard.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so far, these catchers are all right, but they keep on losing control. It's going to be a different story.
Full count to Bowman. Checking the runner at first. A little toss over, just to keep him honest. Just keep him honest there. So, and we talked about this, Dad. You said, well, I'll tell you after this pitch. Full count to Bowman. That one's popped up out of play. Headache. Anyway, you said it was a Friday afternoon in the day, middle of the day. May not be a big crowd on hand, just because, you know, people got to work.
Okay, so I stand corrected. I forget
Standing
how
room
much
only.
range comes out.
Standing room only here. Grand Saline brought a good crowd, too.
Yeah, they did. They did. It's got a good crowd. Great crowd out here. Good atmosphere. I love it.
Full count once again to Bowman. Kendall the pitch. And that one's hit towards right field. Going back on it is Cooper Brown. He's going way back, and he can't get it. It bounces off the fence, and Bowman might be trying to catch Guidry. Guidry's rounding third. Bowman's going to hold up at third. Guidry scores. How about an RBI triple for Nick Bowman?
What a hit.
So 3-1 is the lead now for Reigns as Guidry comes around to score for first base. Bowman, I know I had the little lightning on him now. He
can move.
He nearly caught Grant Guidry. And we're going to have a little meeting on the mound right now to figure out. Anyway, there's a little meeting on the mound there. So, by the way, RBIs brought to you by Potts Gas here in Emory. 3-1, Dad. Still nobody out. And Zach Shepard, the first baseman for the Wildcats, steps in from the left side of the plate with a runner on third.
Got an opportunity for another RBI.
An unfortunate start for the Indians here today. A couple of errors. The first couple of runs unearned, but these last couple, or the last one was earned for sure. Big swing and a miss by Shepard. Strike one. But yes, anyway, about the crowd. I think because the softball game was over there, the softball fans just kind of merged over.
Migrated over on the
Yeah. Which, I mean.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You're already out here. Might as well go ahead and watch the boys, too.
Yeah. Get 2 for the price of 1.
There you go.
Call that a double dip.
Absolutely.
Shepard swings and misses on that one. That one was in the right-handed batter's box, as Shepard is a lefty. Me and Zach talked a little bit before the game. He said, it's going to be on KMU? I said, yeah, it's going to be on KMU, so don't mess up. He said, oh, okay, all right.
Pressure.
Well, that looked like a pressure swing.
Yeah.
No balls, 2 strikes to Shepard. Right under the glove of Kendall. It's going to be fielded by Mercer at second, and a wide throw. Pulls the first baseman, Carson Brown, off the bag. Another error for the Indians, an E4 on that one on the throw. It brings in Nick Bowman, and it's a 4-1 lead for the Reigns Wildcats here this afternoon. Dad, errors are eating the Indians up so far.
Man, we talked about that game Tuesday was based off of that. The runs were really, there weren't earned runs.
Yeah, no earned runs for Reigns on Tuesday. It was 2 unearned runs that gave the Wildcats the win. And 3 errors already here in the first inning. And it's not by just one person. It's been a different position each time. Jack Patterson, the right fielder, steps in, squares around a bunt, and that one was high and inside, and he didn't pull the bat back, so it's a strike 1. Looked like he was trying to karate chop it or something. Not sure what was happening there. 4-1 Reigns here in the bottom of the first inning.
Did not expect this.
No. That one's in the turf. Ball 1.
You know, we was talking about at Big Sandy because we talked about the backstop was closer.
Mm-hmm.
This one's a lot further back,
Yeah.
so it could have some plays to play today.
This still has nothing on the largest backstop I've seen, which is in Quitman. Quitman has an enormous
Goes
backstop.
forever, huh?
Yes. 1-1. That's in the turf, and that one gets away from Ivy and goes over towards second. So Shepard advances to second. We got another text in from Courtney Kuntz saying, let's go Indians. Well, They are off to a slow start here, but there's still plenty of ball game left. Still looking for our first out, though, here in the bottom of the first.
Once you get that first one, then you can kind of breathe a little bit, but they have not been able to manage it yet.
That one's low, ball 3. And it's got to be tough for Coach Kenny LaPrade, the Grand Saline baseball coach. It's got to be tough to navigate through. Kendall's not pitching bad. Defense letting him down a little bit behind him. So it's hard to you kind of have to tether that rope of how long do you leave Kendall out here. You don't want to run up the pitch count.
Right.
That one's going to be chopped towards short. Fielding it is Metcalf. Firing in there is out number 1 on the 6-3 put out. That was a good throw there, but it does advance Shepard over to third.
It does. Puts him in a scoring position.
So with a runner at third base and 1 out, bring in the third baseman, number 4, Jace Thompson.
Oh.
We have a Thompson fan behind us.
Yes, we
do. Jace's family is
we'll
right
find out
behind
who
us.
it is here in a minute.
Somebody's family's right behind us. So Brett Kendall down with 1 away. That first pitch is fouled into the netting for strike 1. But a beautiful ballpark here at in Rains.
Really is. You know, the last time I was here, we did a softball game.
Yes.
Last year, and I was able to sit over on the softball side. Didn't come over to the baseball side. It's a nice field.
We got a message in on KMOO Sports. I'll tell you about that in a second. 0-1, the count. Off-speed pitches, check swung on and fouled back. Billy York, he has Big D photo in Grand Saline. I've seen numerous photos from Billy York at all these sporting events. He does a fantastic job. And he says, go Indians. Billy, thank you so much for tuning in. Where are you, Billy, is the question. Why aren't you here in Emory today? You could have got pictures of the best radio crew this side of the Mississippi. Strike 3 on the inside corner from Brett Kendall to Jace Thompson. And that's a strikeout looking for out number 2.
I always say, once you get that first one.
Yep. Strikeouts brought to you by Texas National Bank in Lindale. But, Billy, we appreciate you tuning in as well. Mount Vernon softball leads Quitman 8-1 after 5 innings over there in that matchup. So, scoring updates brought to you by City Barbershop and Wills Point. They want to keep you looking your best. That one's roped into left field by David Springer, and it's going to roll to the fence. 1 run comes in. Springer rounds first. He's going to hold up at second right there. An RBI double for David Springer. And Rains opens up a 5-1 lead here in the bottom half of the first inning against Grand Saline. Doubles this season are brought to you by JK Trucking and Construction in Lindale. For all your construction needs, call 903-881-0759. So Shepard trotted in from third base. And 5-1 Rains. And here comes the 9-hole hitter, Hayden Fuller. We just talked to his sister, Addie.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, brother and sister.
Yeah.
So,
Here to support the bro.
absolutely. And that misses. Ball 1. Oh, Billy York said he's having to work the main job today. I feel you, brother. Sometimes I have to do that too. He's watching the stream, though, so he is watching it on YouTube.
Good.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Billy. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. 1 ball, no strikes to Hayden Fuller. That one is in there for strike 1. Yeah, Billy, I understand having to work that main job. That's why I can't do games on Tuesdays.
Exactly.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
But it pays the bills.
It does pay the bills. This is the fun part, though.
Right.
Being here at the games. Runner at second base is Springer. 1-1 count to Fuller. Kendall checks the runner. The pitch off speed. Ooh, just didn't catch the inside corner there. That was a beautiful looking pitch, though.
It was.
Brett Kendall, Dad, I don't know if you know this or not. You may remember his name from football. An outstanding receiver for Grand Saline Indians.
I was about to say, it looks like he has a size for it.
He was on the. He was out there with your boy Hudson.
Ah,
Griffin. 2 balls and 1 strike to Hayden Fuller.
I will forever go down and with that being said, that statement.
That one's fouled to the third base side for strike 2.
Probably put that on my headstone. Griffin.
I might. Don't go nowhere anytime soon, but we might just put that on there for you. 5-1 is the lead for the Wildcats over the Indians. Again, they played on Tuesday night in Grand Saline, and Rains won 2-0. So already more scoring here in the first inning. As the wind picks up, you can hear it howling.
And we can feel it.
Yeah, it's a little chilly out here today. I'm not going to lie to
Yeah,
you.
trust me, folks, you hear it, we feel it.
It says it's 54.
Oh, yeah, maybe the regular temperature.
Oh, actually, now it says it's 55.
Oh, well,
So
yeah.
we've actually gained a degree.
Yeah, well.
Hayden Fuller fights that one off, staying alive.
Gained a degree in a mile per hour, too.
Yeah, it seems like it. I might have to start putting my hands in my pocket. My hands are getting a little chilly. Oh, look.
Hey.
Got a youngster here. What's up? Oh, don't fall. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hayden Fuller, the 9-hole hitter for Rains. Springer out there at second base. Kendall comes set, the 2-2. That's high, ball 3. A full count with the leadoff hitter standing on deck in Eric Bacon. So quite the inning. 3 errors here for the Indians in the field, but Rains has been putting the ball in play and been hitting it well. They have a single, double, and a triple this inning. The only thing they're missing is a home run.
It's going to be tough to get today.
Yeah, the way the wind's blowing.
Yeah. I mean, if you go right, you might be able to.
Full count. Fuller chops it back up the middle. Metcalf fields it in front of the second base bag, tosses over to first, and gets the out. But 5 runs come across for Rains here in the bottom of the first inning. At the end of 1, it is Rains 5 and Grand Saline 0. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Best of East Texas High School Baseball on 99.9 KMOO and around the world with the KMOO Country app.
Marshall's Barbecue Pit in Emory. Eat the best barbecue in East Texas. Marshall slow cooks all their meat for tenderness, so you can get fall off the bone ribs. Marshall can feed large groups with the posse, the chuck wagon, and meat by the pound. Ask about the crawfish and shrimp. Try their barbecue sandwiches and plates. They cater any size group and they're BYOB. Open Wednesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8. They're located 745 East Linden Drive in Emory. Call them at 903-953-5353. Marshall's Barbecue Pit offers big-time flavor with a small-town flair.
Welcome back here to Emory, Best of East Texas High School Baseball on 99.9 KMOO. KO Kyle Owens alongside Papa O, Ron Owens. 5-1, Rains leads Grand Saline. So we head to the second inning. Let's get you an inning recap brought to you by my good friend over at Low Insurance Group, Micah Lowe. Go visit Low Insurance Group in Grand Saline and visit buylowinsurance.com. In the top half of the first inning for Grand Saline, it was 1 run on 2 hits with 2 runners left on. For Rains, it was 5 runs on 3 hits, 3 Grand Saline errors, and 1 runner left on base. Dad, I think you take away the errors out of that first inning, and this game's maybe a 2-1 or something like that.
A lot closer. Well, didn't we say it was 3 unearned runs?
Yeah, I think so. Yep. Due up here for Grand Saline in the second inning will be Cameron Ivy, Cooper Brown, and Bryce Holland, the 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Indians. And that's the thing. Grand Saline did a good job in the top half of the first of getting a run in and putting the ball in play, but that bottom half of the inning defense, 3 errors.
Yeah, the pitching staff did their part.
Yeah. So stepping in now is Cameron Ivy, the catcher for the Indians. He takes strike 1 right there. I think Sean Robertson is dialed in now.
Yeah.
Ivy on Tuesday night, let me tell you how he did. He was 0 for 3 with a strikeout on Tuesday night, and that one catches the inside corner for strike number 2.
I was just going to say, I was watching him warm up a while ago. He's got some nasty stuff on that curve.
The 0-2. Ivy fouls that one off his foot. That's not going to feel good. That'll sting. I would say rub some dirt on it, but there's no dirt out here. It's turf now.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Rub some pellets on it. I don't know. I do. Let me ask you this. Me and Jeremy always have this conversation. Are you a fan of turf fields, baseball-wise, and softball?
Okay.
Yeah?
I like turf field.
Mm-hmm.
I do like it.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, for weather purposes, it's great because it does drain better and you can play on it easier. I do miss the actual grass, like when you're diving for a ball and you
Yeah.
just slide in that grass. And also, I mean, we were talking about the pellets a while ago. I mean, you just get all that up going. Let me put it this way: I have pictures even of when you was playing ball and when you slid into third and that dirt flying up in your.
That's a cool looking picture.
It does, and so I think it takes away from the old traditional baseball, if you will. But I like the way the ball moves on the turf.
I get what you're saying. I do. I think there's a lot of benefits to keeping it traditional with your grass. And like last week when we were in Big Sandy, they had the grass and dirt.
Right.
And when luckily because it had rained that day, we didn't get a lot of dust flying at us.
Sure.
But I do like getting the dirt stain on the side of the pants or after you slide. I do like that, but I also like the turf because it's easily playable. Like it could rain like it did yesterday, and you could still come out here today and play, whereas on a grass and dirt field, you may not. Or you have to do a lot of work to get it going.
And agreed. And that was the deal in Big Sandy. They had to come out there and get everything set up. That's why they had to postpone the game for that purpose.
So Ivy, after he fouled it off his foot, he had to walk it off a little bit. He was struggling a little bit, and he comes in and swings at the next pitch for strike 3. And that's out number 1. Strikeouts brought to you by Texas National Bank in Lindell. It's the bank with the big blue roof in Big Blue America is what I like to say. And that's out number 1.
And I think going back to the turf issue, I think the younger generation, the kids now, are used to playing on turf.
Yes.
A lot of them don't know what grass,
Right.
grass fields and stuff. Even like football, I mean, most of them don't know what a grass field is. It's all turf.
Yeah.
So I think it is the generational deal that they like it better. Older folks like myself, we're used to the other. I don't dislike this. I like
It's a beautiful field.
And it is. That's the other thing. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is a very nice looking field.
Cooper Brown up to bat for Grand Saline, and I'm glad that one was a baller. We wouldn't have been able to talk about him at all. Cooper Brown, he took the first pitch, then swung at the second one, and that one's high for ball 1. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to the right fielder for the Indians, and quickly Robertson throws it back in there and quickly gets into swing and miss for strike 3. Sean Robertson, 3rd strikeout of the afternoon, 2nd of the inning. And there are 2 away. Strikeouts brought to you by Texas National Bank in Lindell.
Yeah, there's no doubt. He dialed in. He had to get that first inning out of the way. Once he did, boy, he is dialed in right now.
Coming up now is the designated hitter for the Indians, Bryce Holland. I like my boy Bryce. Me and Bryce always have some fun times on the football field before games we'll talk. I like Bryce.
I was about to say, I remembered that name when you mentioned it.
Ooh, Bryce looks at that one, and it misses for ball 1. That's what on the way up here, that's what we were talking about. I've said, obviously, I know a lot of the Reign softball girls because of how far they've gone in the playoffs. The 1-0, that misses outside for ball 2, and going to Austin with them 3 different times. And, I know a lot of the girls on the team. I recognize a lot of the names on baseball from football and basketball, as that one's in there for strike 1 to Holland. But from other sports, seeing the same guys, and I think that's what's cool about covering these smaller schools is you get to see them in different sports. Bryce fouls that one right back to the net.
Yeah, bigger schools they just play one sport, so that's the only time you see them once a year.
Yeah, that's what I do like about covering the teams in KMU country. We get to see them in different sports. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Holland. And that one's popped up behind the plate. Grant Guidry goes over to the right side and catches it for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down. Go the Indians in the top half of the second. We're headed to the bottom of the second inning. It is 5-1 Reigns. You're listening to the Best of East Texas High School Baseball on 99.9 KMU and around the world with the KMU Country app.
Looking for a professional company that handles all kind of land projects? Well, that would be Harris Groundworks, LLC out of Wills Point. Locally owned and operated, they have experience with all kind of land projects. They do forestry mulching, any dirt work, house pads, driveways, ponds. In addition, they do culvert installation, demolition, and much more. You'll be pleased. Serving all of Van Zandt County and all of East Texas. Check out their Facebook page at Harris Groundworks. That is GROUNDWERX LLC. Call Austin at 903-386-8844. We handle any projects from the ground up.
Gibson Service Company is that professional construction company that brings customers' vision to life. Locally owned and operated, they service residential, commercial, and industrial, sells and delivers sand and gravel. Gibson Service Company does new and remodel office construction, commercial fencing, heavy dirt work and excavation, demolition, and all general construction. Check out GibsonServiceCo.com. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, located at 501 East Garland Street in Grand Saline. Call 962-5535. Gibson Service Company is your one-stop shop for all of your construction needs.
Friends tell friends.
Well, back here in Emory to get ready to begin the bottom of the second inning, we have our first pitching change. Brett Kendall is moved over to shortstop now for the Indians, and in to pitch is Luke Metcalf. And he pitched on Tuesday night, but all he did is pitch a third of an inning. Gave up no hits, no runs, walked one, struck out nobody. So he only threw about 24 pitches, so he has the full complement of 110 pitches he could go today. We kind of talked in the break. It's kind of interesting to see Coach LaPrade pull Kendall this early.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I thought I thought he pitched a good game. I mean, yeah, they were getting some hits off him, but that's what you expect your defense to back you up on.
yeah,
Something to watch, too, is the catcher. He's the one that took the hit in the foot a while ago.
That is true.
He's struggling a little bit. I noticed that a while ago getting up.
so bottom of the second inning, Rain's up 5-1. We have the top of the order. Bacon, Robertson, and Guidry due up for the Wildcats. And Bacon bunts that one. Metcalf backhands it, fires a low throw. Nice scoop at first base by Carson Brown. And they get the speedy Eric Bacon on the 1-3 put out for out number one. That's a good play by Metcalf.
That was. He was able to come off the mound and get that and throw it. And a good shot. Good strike.
Yeah, you're right. Ivy behind the plate, he is wincing, menacing when he's
Yeah, every time he stands up, he's
feeling
favoring
it.
that foot. He is favoring that foot.
Sean Robertson stepping in. He reached on an error and came around to score back in the first inning. One away here. Metcalf. Pitch. Ball one, it's outside. And another thing, the more that Metcalf makes Ivy move back there, the more that foot's going to be hurting Ivy. I think your other son's tuned in, Pops.
Is he?
I think old Junior's tuned in.
Well, hey, Junior.
Yeah. 1 ball, no strikes. That's popped up to the right side. Carson Brown and Metcalf converging on it, but Carson's going to call off his pitcher, and he's going to take that one for out number 2. So quickly 2 outs now.
Different inning.
It is a different inning.
Yeah.
So quickly 2 away, and we said it wasn't the pitching, but I mean,
I don't know. Maybe so.
Maybe that's why we're on this side of the fence and not on the other side.
That's why we don't wear the coach's uniform there.
That's right. Grant Guidry stepping in. He had an RBI single and came around to score back in the first inning. He nearly got caught by Nick Bowman on Bowman's RBI triple. But Guidry takes high, ball 1. So 5-1, Reigns on top of Grand Saline here in the bottom of the second inning. The second inning brought to you by the Gold Buyer in Tyler. Visit thegoldbuyertyler.com. They want to turn your gold into green. 1-0. That's a strike on the outside corner. Good frame job by Ivy behind the plate as well. 1 ball and 1 strike. And 1 ball and 1 strike to Guidry as the wind picks up a little bit. That one's outside, ball 2. We were talking about the turf field, but it's a beautiful facility here. 315 down each line, 375 to straightaway center field. So a pretty decent sized field here too.
Yeah.
Not anything you're gonna hit a pop fly and it's gonna carry out.
No.
You're gonna have to get some good aluminum on it. 3-1 or 2-1. Guidry swings, and I think that went off the foot of Ivy as well. It looked like it did. It may not have.
Bless his heart.
So Junior is tuned in. He said he's in his great grammar. He said I is. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to the Wildcat catcher. Here's the pitch from Metcalf. Ooh, that one slipped out of his hand a little high there. Full count. Could we see, Dad, a 6-up, 6-down inning? 3 up for Reigns
That'd
in
be
the first
interesting.
and 3. Yeah.
Let's see what he does here.
Metcalf wants a new baseball. He didn't like that one. I wouldn't either. The way it came out of the hand, it didn't look good. So full count to Guidry. Nick Bowman's on deck. Will he get to bat this inning, or will he lead off the next inning? We'll have to see.
He definitely crowds that plate.
Yeah, Guidry's all up on the line. Payoff pitch is fouled into the netting, and he'll stay alive. We'll do it again. So 5-1, Reigns on top of Grand Saline. Reigns puts 5 across in the first inning on just 3 hits. There were 3 Grand Saline errors. We had an error in left, an error at third, an error at second. In the first inning, Brett Kendall got pulled, and he's now at shortstop. And Luke Metcalf, who was playing shortstop in the first inning, is now on the mound, controlling this game. Trying again now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Guidry hits that one towards second base. Mercer fields it on a hop, fires to first, and that will do it for the end of the second inning. A 3-up, 3-down inning right there for the Indians.
Which they needed.
They did need that. We'll head to the third inning with still a 5-1 lead for the Reigns Wildcats. You're listening to the best of East Texas high school baseball on 99.9 KMOO and around the world with the KMOO Country app.
Friends tell friends about Tolliver Ford and Tolliver Ram in Mineola. That's because there's no better place to buy a new vehicle than Tolliver. Ask your neighbor, ask your friends, then get to your country giant, Tolliver, where we can often beat big city prices without sacrificing small-town relationship-driven customer service. Discover what your friends and neighbors already know. You get more at Tolliver. No gimmicks, no games, just the vehicles you love from the people you trust. Tolliver Ford and Tolliver Ram of Mineola. You're going to like the way we trade.
Gas and Supply, home to the Stay Full program, guarantees you that you never run out of propane. They service propane to residential and commercial, and a great company to work with. Keep those bottles filled, and remember, at Gas and Supply, there is no waiting. They also have all the welding supplies. Great customer service. Check out gasandsupply.com. With locations in Mineola, call 903-569-3837 and Canton at 903-567-4446. They are open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5. Gas and Supply is your source for propane and welding supplies.
Welcome back here to Emory. We're headed to the third inning where the Reigns Wildcats lead the Grand Saline Indians 5-1. Let's get you a quick inning recap brought to you by my good friend Micah Lowe and Lowe Insurance Group over in Grand Saline. Visit buylowinsurance.com. Pretty simple inning recap here. 3 up, 3 down on both sides. Grand Saline went 3 up, 3 down in the top half. Reigns went 3 up, 3 down in the bottom half. Due up for the Indians here in the top of the third, though. Top of the order, Preston Anderson, Jace Mercer, and Brett Kendall. Preston Anderson had the first hit of the game. He hit a single and came around to score for the Indians back in the first inning. He's going to get another opportunity here against Sean Robertson, who is dialed in now as he fires in strike number 1. Robertson has retired 5 batters in a row since the last hit he gave up was an RBI single to Landon Main. That one skied towards shallow right, but going back and grabbing it's going to be Hayden Fuller at second base. So a pop out to the second baseman, Hayden Fuller, for out number 1. Third innings brought to you by the Gold Buyer and Tyler. Visit goldbuyertyler.com.
Number 3, second baseman, Jace Mercer.
Jace Mercer now stepping into bat for the Indians with 1 away here in the top half of the third. And umpire steps up and stops play. Not sure.
Oh, he was waiting for the outfielder to get back.
Oh, well, that's nice of him.
Yeah.
Jace Mercer, he walked and was stranded at third base back in the first inning for the Indians, and that's high from Sean Robertson. Ball 1. But Robertson, like I said, he gave up a hit to Anderson to lead off the game, then walked Mercer. Kendall sacrificed himself, then Landon Main got a hit, and there have been no base runners since for the Indians. And that's low for ball 2. I guess it just took a second for Robertson to get dialed in there on the mound. That one's hit towards second, and Hayden Fuller's right there for out number 2. Good solid hit by Mercer, but the object of baseball is hit it where they ain't. He hit it right to Hayden Fuller.
I mean, he'd moved maybe 2 steps.
So now it's going to bring up Brett Kendall, who sacrificed back in the first inning. He started out the game on the mound. He's now at shortstop for the Indians, and that one looks like it had a hole in Grant Guidry's glove and just goes to the backstop. Ball 1.
No, he didn't want that one.
No, I didn't want that. I'm telling you, I feel like it's getting colder. 1-0. Kendall fouls that one away.
I wasn't going to say it. I just figured I was.
Isn't it?
It's because I'm old.
I see all these people bringing blankets out and stuff.
Well,
We should have brought a blanket.
yeah, we should have.
That's what we should have done. Ooh.
There's one in the car, I believe.
I'm not making that
I'm
walk.
not making that walk either.
1-1. Kendall skies that one. Could this be Hayden Fuller's inning? Fuller under it, and he squeezes it. How about a 3-up, 3-down for Hayden Fuller? That is 9 in a row retired by Sean Robertson. We're headed to the bottom of the third inning. Rains up 5-1 on Grand Saline. We'll be right back. You're listening to Best of East Texas High School Baseball, 99.9 KMOO and around the world with the KMOO Country app.
Veterinary Service is dedicated to providing affordable, compassionate care of your pets. Diamond L Veterinary has everything you need for the wellness of your pets, as well as diagnostic, surgical services, and grooming. They are your source for Purina Pro Plan and veterinary prescription diets. Great customer service and animal lovers. Diamond L Veterinary is locally owned and operated and is located at 1307 West South Commerce Street in Wills Point. Check out diamondlveterinary.com or call 972-284-9553. Diamond L Veterinary, working with you for the wellness of your pet.
B&B Underground and Service Company, LLC, is your locally owned and operated place to go for all your sand, gravel, and land clearing needs. With 10 plus years experience servicing all of East Texas, they are bonded and insured. They handle roads, ponds, house pads, driveways, also demolition. They can do concrete work, directional boring. They even offer dump truck service. Call them at 903-571-1085 or go by and see Brian Holland or Derek Kuntz at 711 Main Street in Quitman, open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5.
Back here in Emory, where the Rains Wildcats lead the Grand Saline Indians 5-1. We're headed to the bottom of the third inning. Due up for, I haven't even switched my paper. Hold on. This is Nick Bowman up to bat, though. I do know that. I can tell by the lightning on the back of his helmet.
Yes.
Like a younger Flash, you know.
Flash, I like that.
Yeah. So it's Bowman, Shepard, and Patterson due up as Bowman took ball 1. Second pitch now from Metcalf. Low, ball 2. So Bowman had an RBI triple and came around to score back in the first inning.
Interesting story about Flash.
Tell me.
Mr. Keith.
Mm-hmm.
With EMS, they always called him Flash
Why?
because he was real slow. They'd always say he was Flash. Come on, Flash.
2-0. Bowman ropes that one to center field. Anderson's on his horse. It's over his head. It's going to hit off the wall. Bowman may have another triple here. Bowman's rounding second, headed for third, and he is in there sliding. Oh, it goes off of him, and now Bowman, he calls time. Yeah, I think that one might have shook him a little bit. I couldn't tell
Either
where
that or
it hit him.
slide, one or the other.
Hit him in the shoulder on the throw. But that's back-to-back triples for Nick Bowman in his 2 at-bats. If you're counting at home for total bases, that's 6 total bases for Nick Bowman already. But he, it looked like the throw on the relay came in and went off his shoulder. Great athletic training staff here in Emory at Rains, so they're going to check on him. I'm like you. I don't know if it was – I think it was the throw where it hit him, but I'm not sure. But what we will do is take a quick little break here.
I'm sure going to get a pinch runner for him.
Yeah, we'll take a quick little break. We'll be right back.
When your business's banners and shirts have to be perfect, you need a partner you can trust. When you need your ideas to come to life, you need a partner who cares. When you need to put your printing into someone else's hands, you need a partner who just gets it and gets it right. At Lakeside Tees, we know how much your t-shirts and banners mean to you, which is why we print them as if they're our own. Why would you trust anyone else? Call us at 903-383-7386. Lakeside Tees, custom screen printing and embroidery. Your printing partner.
Hi, this is Sean Rose, and I am the new owner of Brick Street Flooring and Design in Lindale. I'm excited to be servicing Lindale and the surrounding area with the best priced, best inventory, and I guarantee the best customer service in East Texas. No matter if it's a new build, remodel, or an upgrade, Brick Street Flooring and Design is here to serve you with pride and dedication in your home's flooring or a custom shower. Don't wait. Come by or call today and let us make your space more inviting. Located at 102 South Main Street in Lindale, call 430-235-2099.
Well, Bowman, or Dad, you were wrong.
I was wrong.
Bowman's staying in there.
He is. I thought they were going to have to bring a pitch runner in.
What were you laughing at? Oh, okay. All right. Zach Shepard coming into bat now after Bowman has his second triple of the afternoon. I struggled to get one triple in my life, and he's got, two in one game. Zach Shepard takes strike one there. That was a beautiful pitch by Luke Metcalf. And you notice that the infield's playing in. They want to prevent this run, already a 4-run deficit. They want to prevent another run coming in. So the infield playing in with Bowman at third, still favoring that right arm a little bit. Metcalf comes set. Here's the 0-1 to Zach Shepard. Shepard thought about going. They're going to call it a ball. Shepard reached on an error and came around to score. He was the last Wildcat to score in that first inning, was Zach Shepard. 9 batters came to the plate for Raines in the first inning.
Yeah, because they batted around, basically.
Pretty much. 1-1 pitch on the way from Metcalf. A long look in. Here's the pitch. And that's ripped towards first, past the glove of Carson Brown, and that's going to be an RBI single for Zach. Well, that's a wide turn Zach Shepard took. RBI single for Zach Shepard. It's now a 6-1 lead for the Wildcats. And RBIs brought to you by Potts Gas in Emory.
Got this Wildcat behind me.
I know, I hear it. So that's a good piece of hitting right there by Zach Shepard, Dad. And I think if the defense was back in normal position, they would have been able to get that out.
Yeah.
But the run would have scored anyway. So
yeah, either way.
Kind of danged if you do, danged if you don't type situation. Jack Patterson stepping in now from the right side. Nice breaking pitch by Metcalf. Catches the corner for strike one.
Bottom line, they still just kept him on first either way they went.
Yeah, yeah.
Was going to give up the run one way or another.
Yeah. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Bowman led things off with a triple. He just scored on an RBI single by Shepard. Now Jack Patterson into bat. Patterson was the first out for the Wildcats back in the first inning. The previous 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 batters before him all reached space.
Just seems like so long ago.
No balls and 1 strike. Oh, my goodness. That fell off the table right there from Metcalf. He's got some good movement. Looked like maybe a little slider there. Maybe a little slurve action. Slider curve. Whoop. Oh, man. We're all tangled right there. That's all right. We're good. Don't worry about it. We're fine. Ain't nothing hurt. We good.
Not until we try to get up and walk away.
That's right. Don't do that.
It'd be the spring reaction.
0-2 breaking ball is hit towards third. Landon Main fields it, short arms it to second, and gets the out. So Shepard's going to be out right there at second for out number 1. Patterson reaches on a fielder's choice.
That throw kind of concerned
It worried
me.
me. He short-armed it like a little shot put.
It was like he was going to just throw it in there, and he's like, no.
Hey, Luke Griffith's dad is listening from the office. Shout out to Luke and go Indians. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate that. I believe his name is James Griffith.
Nice.
So we appreciate you tuning in. Indians struggling a little bit here. 6-1, the Wildcat advantage. But I tell you what, Luke Metcalf has some really good movement on his pitches. That one misses to Jace Thompson, but I've been impressed with the movement we'll be able to see.
Definitely has some good movement.
It's like the velocity from Sean Robertson's what's impressing me, and then the movement from Luke Metcalf is really impressive.
Sean's got a Nasty curveball, though.
Mm-hmm. 1-0 from Metcalf. That's skied out of play to the right side. It'll be strike one. Also, shout out to Coach Drennan, the AD head football coach over at Grand Saline. He tried to sabotage me earlier today. I tried to get a picture of the lineup from Coach LaPrade, and Coach Drennan was like, "Don't give him that. He'll give away all of our secrets. Can't trust him." I said, "Come on, Coach. Why are you hating on me?" one ball, one strike. That one's high. Ball two. I love Coach Drennan, though. He's we go way back.
Yep.
He when I first started working for KMU, and I was on the sidelines when Clayton was doing play-by-play. That was the year that Mineola went to state. So I had to interview Drennan after every game. And I said, pick-off attempt first, but he's back in there. I specifically remember one where I think it was when Mineola was playing Wall, maybe, and they were playing in Waco, and it was so cold. I'm talking 20 degrees or so. 2-1, that swung on and missed for strike two. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But it was the end of the game, and somebody had to go down there and interview Coach Drennan. Well, Clayton wasn't going.
No.
So it was me, and I was so cold.
Kind of like now. You don't go, you send
Jeremy.
Yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Jace Thompson goes down on strikes for the second out of the inning. And that's the first strikeout for Luke Metcalf here in the third inning. Strikeouts brought to you by Texas National Bank in Lindale. They're the bank with the big blue roof. I was going to say big blue woof.
Big blue woof.
David Springer, he swung on the first pitch and hit an RBI double his last time up, so let me make sure I mention him before he swings at this one. No, he missed. Runner goes for second. Throw down to second. He's in there. Safe. Jack Patterson swipes second base. And you just have to wonder, Dad, if Ivy's foot is affecting him on that pop time, being able to get up and throw it.
I think it is.
He's in there though. He stayed in the game,
Oh, yeah.
so I mean he's tough for sure. But you know it's hurting him.
Well, that's constant squatting on
Yeah.
it, and then having to spring up on it.
Dude,
Hurts me just thinking about it.
yeah, I know. That's no, thank you.
So you're definitely getting some sympathy and empathy from us.
100%. No balls, 1 strike. That's waited on. Springer hits it into left field. Springer's second hit of the night or the afternoon, and rounding third coming home. Oh, no, they hold him up. Okay. I thought we were going to get a play at the plate there. But Patterson holds up at third. Springer's second hit of the afternoon. He has a single and a double and an RBI. Good job by David Springer right there. Springer, by the way, because this is a new name for me, David Springer. He's only a sophomore. Sophomore leading the team in hits so far.
Number 2.
That's pretty good.
Fuller.
Not bad.
Not bad at all, especially you got 2 more years for him.
Yeah. Hayden Fuller, the guy who made all the outs in the top half of the inning, he's up to bat now. He grounded out to short to end the first inning. He's got runners on the corners here with 2 away. And Metcalf, nearly a balk there.
Yeah, that was close.
That worries me every time I see that. Metcalf readies himself again. Here's the pitch. Misses. Ball 1. So Raines threatening again with runners on the corners here. They lead 6-1 here in the bottom of the third inning. As reaches 2:30 on your Friday afternoon, Dad. It's not Saturday. It's Friday.
I know.
I know. It feels like a
Oh,
Saturday,
my
though.
gosh, I've been so messed up.
1 ball, no strikes. Metcalf the pitch. That bounces in there. Good stop by Ivy to keep that one in front of him. If that would have got behind him, my man on third right there, Jack Patterson, would have swooped in. Look, I just noticed Ivy's got the Indian headband on, too. That's slick. I like that.
Does.
Yeah. It's a sharp-dressed man right there.
With a hurt foot.
With a bum foot right now. 2 balls and no strikes to Hayden Fuller. Metcalf checks the runner. Here's the pitch. That's high for ball 3.
You know the hardest part about this job?
Tell me.
Is looking through this net.
That's the hard part of the job for you?
Jacks with your eyeballs and moves all over the place.
That's the hard part for you?
Yeah, that's the hard part for me.
All right. Well, 3 balls and no strikes. The pitch is low, a 4-pitch walk, and that is not who you want to walk because that will load up the bases for the top of the order. And Eric Bacon looking to get something sizzling here is Eric Bacon. See what I did there?
Yes, you did. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Anything goes.
Oh, I totally forgot that Junior was at that game in Waco.
Oh, was he?
Said, cold for you. At least you got to go in the press box during the game.
Wow. He had to sit out, didn't he?
Yeah. Sorry, Steve. I totally forgot. My bad, buddy. Bases are juiced. That's hit down the right field line, but it's
Good
foul.
idea.
If Bacon could have snuck that in there. It's a great question. James Griffith has asked us a question.
Okay.
He says, what's with the barking?
Barking? I'm not sure.
He said, I thought they were wildcats. Strange. That's a great question. I honestly have no idea.
We do have the Wildcat behind us, but I don't know what the barking
I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. We'll have to ask somebody that knows something. Or if you know, let us know. As that's a strike. Text the Alice Ann Brown Realtor text line. Alice Ann Brown Realtor text line 903-569-1999.
It's cold weather. It's got your mouth all messed up.
Yeah, I'm not sure, though, James. I don't know. We'll find out. Well, I'll do my best to do Big J journalism here. 0-2 count to Eric Bacon. Bases are loaded. Metcalf. That one's outside. Ball one. This is a big at-bat, Dad. With the bases loaded, you got Patterson at third, Springer at second, Fuller's at first. And Bacon here, he has reached on an error and grounded out to the pitcher in his two at-bats.
Yeah, he's not putting anything down the middle. He's putting them on the corners.
Well, yeah.
He's trying to make them swing for him.
Metcalf comes set. The 1-2 pitch to Eric Bacon. Ooh, good breaking ball, but it missed. Ball two. I don't know who to ask about the. Oh, maybe Addie might know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about to say ask
or I'll
Addie.
just turn around and I'll just ask.
Yeah.
I'm not bashful.
Because she does the
Oh, she's the one doing
I
the.
think she is.
I don't know.
Well, it's right behind my head. So
2 balls and 2 strikes. That's high. Ball 3.
everybody's going to be moving.
Metcalf, yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point, actually. With 2 away,
everybody's
going to be going on the pitch. So if Bacon could gap one, you could potentially see 3 runs score.
Yeah.
So big pitch here coming up from Luke Metcalf. The payoff pitch. And Bacon hits it to right field. 1 run's going to score. Rounding third is David Springer. Throws cut off. How about a 2-run single for Eric Bacon? And Raines takes an 8-1 lead. That's the dangerous part right there.
Yeah.
There's the Wildcat scream.
I told you. I got that.
I don't know the barking either. I don't know. 8-1. The lead for Raines as Sean Robertson steps in with runners at the corners now.
Still 2 outs.
Still 2 outs. Still 2 outs. But 8-1 the lead for Raines. Pickoff attempt to first. That always makes me nervous when you pick off at first with a runner on third because anything happens, that run's going to come in from third base. Bottom of the third inning, though. 2 away. It's an 8-1 lead for Raines. Sean Robertson up to bat. Metcalf first pitch, and going for second base is Eric Bacon, and he's going to be there uncontested. So now you got runners at second and third, 2 runners in scoring position. Another prime opportunity for Sean Robertson to help himself out if he can put one in the outfield here. Bacon has really good speed at second base. He should probably score on anything
Probably
in the outfield.
will not hold him.
No. 1-0. Metcalf, the pitch. That's high, ball 2. Ball 2. Right?
2-0.
Okay, thanks. You're doing a good job over there, Dad. I must say. I haven't had to.
I like this.
I haven't been watching because the way I got it set up, I can't see the scoreboard. So I'm just trusting you.
Don't need it.
Okay. All right. 2-0. That's 3-0. And Metcalf started when he came in the second inning.
He came in hot. Yeah.
And then this inning, a triple, a single, a fielder's choice, another single, another single. So 4 hits this inning. Raines is kind of starting to feel Metcalf out. 3-0 pitch in there for strike 1. See, in a 8-1 game, I would probably swing at that.
See what you can take for it.
Yeah.
Because you know it's coming into you.
Bombs away on that one. Yeah.
You know it's coming into you.
3 balls and 1 strike to Sean Robertson, the opposing pitcher. Metcalf misses. Ball 4. Walks are brought to you by WWJ Surveying and Mapping, and that is going to load the bases, and here comes Coach LaPrade out to the mound. And we're going to have a little
conversation.
Well, actually.
Are we pulling?
I don't know. I don't know for sure what's going on here. It looks like they may just be talking. I think they're just going to be talking right now.
Field going.
So it's 8-1 here with Rains on top of Grand Saline. Let's take a look at the District 12 3A standings. Rains leads the district right now with a 7-0 district record.
Okay.
Edgewood is 5-0. And if you look over to your right, there's a couple of Edgewood coaches here scouting because Rains and Edgewood have not played yet this year. Grand Saline 4-1 in district play. They're one loss to this Rains team on Tuesday. Chisholm at 4-3, Prairieland 1-6, Lone Oak 0-5, Commerce 0-6. So it seems like Rains and Edgewood are going to be probably the top two teams in that district, unless, depending on what Grand Saline can do with Edgewood.
Grand Saline needed to win today to really stay in that that mix. But yeah, I mean,
Grand Saline is definitely a playoff team.
Oh, absolutely.
As that's a strike on the outside corner to Grant Guidry. It's going to probably come down to Rains and Edgewood for that district crown. But Grand Saline could move up to that second spot if they could take care of business against Edgewood. So we'll just have to see. And Grand Saline and Edgewood, always a good game no matter what sport they're playing. That bounces, but Guidry went around. This is almost reminiscent of that first inning, Dad. This is the 9th batter of the inning for Rains.
Right. And you got bases loaded.
And you've got bases loaded. Yeah. Bases are Conseco'd, as I like to say. Yeah, juiced up.
Juiced up. Jeez, y'all wrong.
No balls and 2 strikes.
I've heard you and Jeremy talking about that before. Y'all just wrong.
Hey. I'll tell you in a second. 0-2. That misses ball 1. Coach Coker, the AD and head football coach here at Rains, is listening to us up in the booth. The Coach Coker's up there in the press box listening to us. So
he's nice and toasty, I'm sure.
I'm sure he's nice and toasty up there in the booth. The 1-2. Ooh, it's inside ball 2. Well, thanks, Coach. I appreciate you listening.
Yeah.
If you got some hand warmers up there, I'd appreciate them.
Hey, maybe he can enlighten us about.
Oh yeah, Coach. What's the? Do you know the deal with the barking? What's the barking?
Has a barking and a meow or
a screech. The 2-2. That misses 3-2.
Here we go again. Everybody's moving.
A full count. A full count to Grant Guidry. And bases are loaded, so there's nowhere to put him. Here, and everybody's running. Guidry rips it to left center field. Anderson's on his horse, a dive, and Preston Anderson makes the catch. What an outstanding catch from Preston Anderson. In the inning. Wow. What a catch. Preston Anderson prevents more runs from coming in. And that is how the third inning will end. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Best of East Texas High School Baseball on 99.9 KMOO and around the world with the KMOO Country app.
Marshall's Barbecue Pit in Emory. Eat the best barbecue in East Texas. Marshall slow cooks all their meat for tenderness, so you can get fall off the bone ribs. Marshall can feed large groups with the posse, the chuck wagon, and meat by the pound. Ask about the crawfish and shrimp. Try their barbecue sandwiches and plates. They cater any size group and they're BYOB. Open Wednesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8. They're located 745 East Linden Drive in Emory. Call them at 903-953-5353. Marshall's Barbecue Pit offers big-time flavor with a small-town flair. Looking for a professional company that handles all kind of land projects? Well, that would be Harris Groundworks, LLC out of Wills Point. Locally owned and operated, they have experience with all kind of land projects. They do forestry mulching, any dirt work, house pads, driveways, ponds. In addition, they do culvert installation, demolition, and much more. You'll be pleased. Serving all of Van Zandt County and all of East Texas. Check out their Facebook page at Harris Groundworks. That is GROUNDWERX LLC. Call Austin at 903-386-8844. We handle any projects from the ground up.
Well, Dad, you love to see this when you know somebody's listening. Check out my baby boy number 2, Preston Anderson from Preston's mom. That was quite the catch.
Absolutely.
And Mama, if you want to go back and watch it, you can go to YouTube NETsn Live, the YouTube channel, Reigns and Grand Saline Baseball, and you can kind of see the catch in the outfield the way we got the camera angle. We can't zoom in on it, obviously, but yeah, great catch. Preston Anderson to end the inning. But we're headed to the fourth inning. It's 8-1. Reigns on top of Grand Saline, but it could have been a lot worse in that inning had Preston not caught that.
Great catch.
Quick inning recap brought to you by my good friend Micah Lowe and Lowe Insurance Group over in Grand Saline. Visit buylowinsurance.com. 3 up, 3 down for Grand Saline in the top of the third. For Reigns, it was 3 runs on 4 hits and 3 runners left on. Due up for the Indians here are Landon Main, Luke Metcalf, and Carson Brown. First pitch from Robertson is in there for strike 1. Now, Landon Main, is the last Indian to reach base. And that's popped up into foul territory. Drifting over into foul territory is the first baseman, Shepard. And Zach brings it in for out number 1. So that is now 9 in a row retired. Got a
Number 1, Luke Metcalf.
we got a text in also that says that Preston's dad is tuned in too. So we got the mom and dad. Hey, easy, Luke.
Thank goodness for the net.
Easy, Luke. He fouls that one off. But Preston's dad's tuned in as well. Says, hey guys, just wanted to say hi. Hi to you guys. Can't be there today, but go Indians and go Preston. He said, can't help to have a favorite, but go Preston.
Right.
That is a strike right there. Strike 2 to Luke Metcalf. Man, that catch was best one I've seen this year.
Oh, absolutely.
At a game, easily.
We need to need a ESPN deal.
I need an ESPN.
Yeah.
You're right. I do. Top 10. The 0-2. That's high. Ball 1.
Or I could just do it myself. Yeah, you love to, as an outfielder, like I said, I've played outfield, and as an outfielder, you love to see those kind of catches.
Was that a ball? I'm sorry. I'm reading.
Yeah, 2-2.
Okay. I'm reading something here. I need to mention it. I'll mention this momentarily. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one's popped up out of play. Headache. No, everybody's good. Everybody's good. So the Grand Saline Sports Boosters, they are proud to have Natalie York as their representative this year in the Salt Pageant in Grand Saline.
Oh.
That's coming up on May 19th and 20th. So hold on, 2-2. Oh, beautiful breaking ball by Sean Robertson gets Metcalf looking.
My knee's locked up.
Yeah, yeah. That is now 10 in a row retired for Sean Robertson. A strikeout looking brought to you by Texas National Bank. It's going to bring up Carson Brown now with 2 away and an 8-1 lead for Reigns. I have an idea. Carson Brown hits that one towards first. Zach Shepard fields it. And another 1-2-3 inning for Reigns. Wow.
Oh, there
it is. 3 up, 3 down. So we're going to head to the bottom of the 4th, still 8-1 Reigns. But instead of taking a commercial break, here's what I was going to say.
Okay.
I'll do. So let me read this now. So the Grand Saline Sports Boosters, they're proud to have Natalie York as their representative this year's Salt Pageant. It is May 19th and 20th. It's a yearly event that not only supports the local community, but also helps students achieve their academic goals. All proceeds from ticket sales go directly back into the community, funding important organizations and towards scholarships that help local students afford college. Contestants earn points for ticket sales, interview, poise, appearance, participation, and cooperation. Now, the goal is to accumulate enough points for Natalie to be crowned the 2023 Grand Saline Salt Festival Queen. So, and in May of 2022, the Athena Club gave donations to the Grand Saline Drama Department, the Grand Saline Public Library, and the Grand Saline Fire Department. And another donation was given to the library in the fall to help fund the cost of painting the interior. In January of 2023, donations were made to the Main Street Organization, Grand Saline High School Drama Department, Grand Saline PTO, and Save the Old School Museum. In addition to numerous other activities, scholarships are given every year to the Grand Saline High School senior students. And it says, thank you, Natalie, for representing the sports boosters. So definitely wanted to mention that. And they're trying to raise some money for the community. They're going to be Natalie will actually be selling cookies and salt pageant tickets at the Old Gym in Grand Saline tomorrow morning around 9:30 a.m. So if you want to help out this cause, go check out at the Old Gym in Grand Saline, and they're going to have some cookies and some tickets for the salt pageant at 9:30 tomorrow morning. So thank you for sending us that information. I enjoy announcing stuff like that.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there.
The kids in our community are
Love it.
the best.
Love it when they're involved.
Absolutely. So Rains is coming up to bat now in the bottom of the 4th inning, leading 8-1. And leading things off is Lightning Bolt, Nick Bowman. Lightning Bolt Bowman. Got it.
Oh, I like it.
Oof. That one. Look, Bowman already got hit on the arm last inning, and that one nearly tucked his arm again. Ball 1. All right, Dad, what are the odds? Bowman's twice up, and he has 2 triples. What are the odds he gets a third one? What are the odds he triples his triples?
Well, the way they've been
That's a strike.
pitching him and the way that he's been hitting, it's very good odds.
1 ball and 1 strike to
It would be
Nick
exciting
Bowman.
to see.
1 ball and 1 strike to Bowman. Metcalf, the pitch. That one. Bless Ivy's heart. He is taking a beating today back there.
I was watching him go back to the dugout, and it was just like everybody's gone, and he's just coming up.
It's like me walking,
Oh,
getting out of bed in the morning. 2 balls and 1 strike to Bowman, the designated hitter tonight, this afternoon. That's in, good Lord, that's in the turf again. Ivy, bless his heart, man. Bowman, so he's tripled twice, came around to score twice. He also has an RBI. I think the only thing he hasn't done today is help out the concession stand over there.
he talked about doing that at the next inning.
Okay. While the team's in the field because
Right.
he's a hitter. Bowman takes a strike there. That is a full count to Nick Bowman. And it's important here, Dad, for Metcalf to get off to a good start this inning. When in the second inning, when he came in, he got 3 up, 3 down. But this is where he had to start last inning. It started off with a triple, a single, and a fielder's choice before he even got an out. Payoff pitch. Bowman hits that one towards short. Brett Kendall fields it at short, fires across the diamond, and gets Bowman for out number 1. So the triple streak dies at 2, and that's out number 1.
You know, yeah. I to have 2 triples, that's okay.
It's not bad. Not bad. Not a bad afternoon at the office.
No.
Zach Shepard coming up to bat now. He reached on an error, came around to score in the first inning. Then he had an RBI single in the 3rd inning. So he's had a good ball game here this afternoon as well.
Let's go for the Wildcats. Number 15.
Zach Shepard. Sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And that misses ball 1. I know I'm jinxing it when I say this, but it's been a pretty good moving game today. That first
It
inning took a
has.
little bit
I was
because
about
6 combined runs, but
Yeah, that's what I told you. I said, ooh, this first inning went forever.
yeah, 1-0.
But since then, it's been pretty impressive.
Just strike right there. Something else that's interesting. The last game me and you did was actually the longest broadcast that NETsn Live has had in their history.
Yes, we're not going to try to beat our own record.
1 ball and 1 strike.
However, at least we're not going to get home at 11:30, 12 o'clock at night.
That's a good point. That's hit down the first base side, and Carson Brown fields it and calls off everybody else and steps on the bag. So there you go. Again, Metcalf, true to form. He got the first person out, Eric Bacon, out in the second inning and went 3 up, 3 down. And in the 3rd inning, though, Bowman got on base first, and Metcalf struggled a little bit. This inning, back-to-back outs.
Well, even innings.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Jack Patterson stepping in. He grounded out to short in the 1st inning and reached on a fielder's choice and came around to score in the 3rd inning. It's Patterson up now. He squares around, and that one nearly hits his noggin.
But if that does fall to place, then 5th inning may not be good.
Yeah, it's true. And that's around the time those games can be stopped after 10 runs. So interesting to see here. Grand Saline's fighting, though. Not going to give up. The 1-0, make that 2-0. Well, that's something, too, that we say about, Grand Saline in all sports. They tenacity.
They compete.
Oh, yeah,
They
100%. Doesn't matter what the score is.
Just kind of flashes back to the old Winona Grand Saline game,
Oh, yeah, that was a really good one.
football game.
That first one we did in 2020.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
My goodness.
Oof. That's where the infamous Griffin call came about.
It was.
If you don't know what we're talking about, I would encourage you to go to mixler.com/999KMOO Sports and go back and look at the September 2020. And there's a Winona Grand Saline game that is exciting. Grand Saline and Winona football game in Grand Saline. Me and Pops were on the call, and Pops got a little excited that game.
Griffin.
That was a fun game, though. That was a really good one. 3 balls and 1 strike to Jack Patterson. Metcalf looking to try and get a 1-2-3 inning here, but he's in danger of walking Jack. The pitch, well, that's hit towards short. Brett Kendall going to come up, field it, fires across, high throw, but Carson Brown keeps his foot on the bag, and that is out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down.
It's the advantage of having height on your first base.
That's right. 3 up, 3 down go the Wildcats here in the bottom of the 4th. We're headed to the 5th inning. It's 8-1 range. You're listening to the best of East Texas high school baseball on 99.9 KMOO and around the world with the KMOO Country app.
Gibson Service Company is that professional construction company that brings customers' vision to life. Locally owned and operated, they service residential, commercial, and industrial, sells and delivers sand and gravel. Gibson Service Company does new and remodel office construction, commercial fencing, heavy dirt work and excavation, demolition, and all general construction. Check out GibsonServiceCo.com. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, located at 501 East Garland Street in Grand Saline. Call 962-5535. Gibson Service Company is your one-stop shop for all of your construction needs.
Friends tell friends about Tolliver Ford and Tolliver Ram in Mineola. That's because there's no better place to buy a new vehicle than Tolliver. Ask your neighbor, ask your friends, then get to your country giant, Tolliver, where we can often beat big city prices without sacrificing small-town relationship-driven customer service. Discover what your friends and neighbors already know. You get more at Tolliver. No gimmicks, no games, just the vehicles you love from the people you trust. Tolliver Ford and Tolliver Ram of Mineola. You're going to like the way we...
I'm going to lie to you. And Robertson fires that one in high for ball 1. We may need to see... I may need to see if I can... well, there's still some time in the game. Never mind. We'll talk about it afterwards.
Okay.
All right. The 1-0. Fouled off for strike 1. This 5th inning brought to you by the Gold Buyer in Tyler. Dad, what do they want to do?
Well, change that cash or that gold.
Turn your gold into green. I put you on the spot on that one.
You did.
1-1. That's hit towards left field. That's a base hit for the Indians. And look at Ivy. Hobbling as he, they're going to get a courtesy runner in for him, I'm pretty sure. But Ivy snaps the streak of 11 straight retired for Sean Robertson. And the Indians have a base runner, their first base runner since the 1st inning. And here comes a courtesy runner for Cameron Ivy. He is the catcher, so you're allowed to do that. And it looks like we're going to have number 8 coming in for Grand Saline. That is Bryce Henry, a junior. So Henry got to be running for Ivy.
That was a nice shot.
That was a good hit. So Henry running for Ivy. And Cooper Brown stepping in now. Cooper struck out swinging back in the 2nd inning. He's got an opportunity here with a runner on. And that one's first pitch swinging, hits a right center field. Bacon on his horse slides and makes the catch. And they're going to get the double play at first.
Wow.
An 8-3 double play as Henry got a little too far off the bag. Eric Bacon slid on his backside there to make the catch in the right center field gap. Popped up, threw it to first, and completed the double play. Double plays this season brought to you by Schindler Carpet and Floors in Lindale. Check out schindlercarpetandfloors.com and call them before you pay too much.
What a play. These outfielders are covering some territory and making some beautiful plays.
Yes, they are. Bryce Holland now stepping in with 2 away here in the top half of the 5th inning, an 8-1 lead. That's tough for Grand Saline. Just trying to get some momentum going, and Eric Bacon.
Good hit.
Bacon put a stop to that real quick. 1-0, and that's 2-0. Now, Henry over there, well, he's got to pay attention. I know he thought it was probably going to drop, but you got to hold up there a little bit. 2-0. That's popped up. I got it. Grant Guidry standing right at his spot, and now it goes in front of home plate. He doesn't catch it, and it stays fair. That is a base hit for Bryce Holland. That's technically an error. We're going to put an E2, but he reaches base. So,
yeah, there's too many people in one place.
well, that's tough. I mean, that's right up the elevator shaft, as I
Yeah.
like to call it. And Guidry was kind of standing there, and you know as well as I do, that ball trails a little bit, and it moved in front of the home plate, and Guidry unable to squeeze it. So
I'm just wondering if one of the others should have called him off because I could see it coming in.
So Holland at first base now, reaching after the error, and it's going to bring up the human highlight reel, Preston Anderson. It's a bat now as he takes ball one. Anderson extended, made a diving catch in center field earlier. It was a great catch. That one's low, ball two. And we know his mama and daddy are listening.
Absolutely.
So Preston, no pressure here, but your mama and daddy told me they give you some money, you got a base hit. So 2-0. Anderson takes that one for strike one. Anderson does have a base hit today. He singled in the first inning, came around to score, the only run that Grand Saline has. He also popped out to second in the third. Oh, and
Got
it
him.
picked off at first
Got him.
base. They caught Bryce Holland napping over there at first. And a pickoff to end the top half of the fifth. I will say, Dad, that's probably the first pickoff that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, especially in high school.
Yeah, so a pickoff attempt there will end any hope the Indians had of scoring there. But you know what time it is now, Dad?
Oh.
It's the Curtis Grimes
Yes,
innings.
sir, it is.
Welcome back here to Emory. That was Harmony's own Curtis Grimes getting us going for the bottom of the fifth inning here in Emory, where the Rains Wildcats lead the Grand Saline Indians 8-1. Due up for the Wildcats, it's the 7-8-9 of Thompson, Springer, and Fuller. Still going up against Luke Metcalf on the mound for the Indians. Thompson, first pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. Thompson has had a rough game, and let me quickly look back through here. I believe he's the only Wildcat that has not reached base this afternoon.
Really?
Yeah. 2 strikeouts, 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. One looking and one swinging. The 0-1. Another big swing and a miss right there by Jace.
You know, that last inning's got to be a little deflating for
Yeah.
Grand Saline. They had some momentum going on
Had
it.
an opportunity.
Double play hit them, and then they got caught on first.
Yeah.
That's got to hurt.
Yep, it's tough. The 0-2. Misses. Ball one. I have another announcement to make. It kind of goes along with that. The pageant for the salt pageant goes along with that. The 1-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Strike three. Thompson wearing the hat trick today. Third strikeout of the afternoon. And that's out number one here in the bottom of the fifth inning. It'll bring up the left fielder, David Springer. He's got a single and a double today. He has also had an RBI and a run scored. To keep his quest for the cycle going, he needs a triple here.
We have seen a few of those.
A couple today by the same guy. Springer pops that one up towards the dugout. Brown gives it a look, but it's going to go out of play. Strike one.
Oh, poor Ivy.
I know, dude. They need to get him some ice, baby for Ivy.
That was such a delay.
No balls and one strike to the Rains left fielder, David Springer, only a sophomore. He's had a good game today. The 0-1. It's low. Ball one. The wind picking up a little bit more. I'll tell you what, it's warming up a little bit, I feel like. No? Not to
I think that's just because you're numb. You can't feel anything anymore.
The 1-1. Springer shoots that one towards shallow center, but going back and catching it from the second base position is Jace Mercer. So Mercer with the out right there for out number two. Don't look now, Dad, but Grand Saline and Luke Metcalf have retired 6 in a row.
6.
Yeah. Hayden Fuller coming up.
So Robertson had 11 in a row.
Yeah. Hayden Fuller coming up. He walked and was stranded at third his last at bat. He's also grounded out to the shortstop. He steps in now with 2 away. An 8-1 lead for the Wildcats as that misses for ball 1. We're definitely going to need to talk to somebody about taking that golf cart. Hey, Coach Coker, if you're still listening up there in the press box, me and Pop's got all this equipment. We'd really appreciate a golf cart ride back to the car. So as Fuller swings and misses.
If it helps, we do have a senior citizen here. So.
That's right. He is approaching the age of seniority here. So, just saying, if anybody wants to help help us get this equipment back to the truck, that'd be nice. 1-1. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike to Hayden Fuller, who recorded all the outs in 1 inning for Raines before. So, he's had a pretty good game. 2-1. Hayden swings and misses on that one. He's upset with himself about missing that one.
Yeah, he was just showing that inning. He didn't need anybody. He had it.
He got it.
Actually, everybody could have went sat down.
Well, all he needed was a pitcher to throw the ball, Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Him and Sean could have done that inning by himself.
Yeah.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Metcalf the pitch. Oof. That's a called strike 3. So Luke Metcalf, a good job right there of that inning, gets the Wildcats to go 3 up, 3 down in the – whoops, wrong one. I'm sorry. That's not the one I wanted either. I don't know what I'm doing.
No, we're
there
top of the 6th now.
Top of the 6th. No runs, no hits, nobody left on for Raines. Headed to the 6th inning. And we're not going to take a commercial break because I told you I had some more salt pageant information to tell you about. So we'll get to that momentarily. But before we get to that, let me mention the inning recap brought to you by my good friend Micah Lowe and Lowe Insurance Group over in Grand Saline. Make sure you visit buylowinsurance.com. And I'm working out something with Micah Lowe. You tell him that KO sent you, you'll get something off. That's not official. I'm just kidding. That's not official. Don't listen to me.
We'll give you a cup of coffee.
Yeah, that's about it. Maybe a candy bar is what you'll get. Anyway.
It's whatever Kyle buys.
Inning recap, yeah. Inning recap for Grand Saline in the top half of the 5th. No runs on 1 hit, 1 Raines error, nobody left on. And for Raines, it was no runs, no hits, nobody left on. But let me tell you about this, more information about the salt pageant. Any purchase from Salt City Creations in Grand Saline over $10 will get a free pageant ticket.
Oh.
So any purchase from Salt City Creations in Grand Saline over $10 will get a free pageant ticket. They are donating 100% of all sales to Natalie's fundraising efforts for the Sports Boosters. So a $20 purchase will get 2 tickets, a $30 purchase will get 3 tickets, so on and so forth. Look forward to seeing everyone during the Main Street Festival on May 6th. That's the day after your birthday.
It is.
So thank you again for that information, and we're hoping Natalie wins. Go Nat. That's what I'm going to say.
Go Nat.
Go Nat.
Hashtag Nat.
Hashtag
Go Nat.
Go Nat.
There you go.
So let's see what we got going on here. It's the top of the 6th inning. And Preston Anderson bunts it. Robertson fields it, fires to first, a stretch at first base by Zach Shepard, and it gets the out. Wow, what a stretch. You all right over there, Zach? You good?
Right.
I would not be okay. That is, my legs would have popped like a wishbone.
Snap.
Yeah. That's 1 out, though, here in the top half of the 6th inning. It's going to bring up the second baseman, Jace Mercer. He walked in the 1st inning and lined out to second in the 3rd inning, and he takes ball 1 high from Sean Robertson. Eight to 1, the Raines lead. Breaking pitch, and Mercer did not want to swing, but swung anyway.
It's one of those things you just started batting, you're just like, oh, no,
Yeah,
no,
you can't hold it.
Don't go around.
Dad, what's impressive to me about what Sean Robertson's doing, well, if he'll give me a chance to talk, here's the 1-1. 2-1. Let me get it out quick. What's impressive is Eric Bacon pitched on Tuesday, gave up no runs, struck out 10. Sean Robertson pitching today has given up 1 run, but has been very dominant pitching as well.
Yeah.
That one's fouled off for strike 2. So it shows you that Raines has a pretty good pitching staff.
We know 1-2 is, if that's how they're the rating you know on that.
Yeah.
Now you definitely showing some good pitches.
And we know pitching can take you deep. 2-2.
Absolutely.
Outside, ball 3. If you don't believe me, go about 50 feet over to the softball field and
Right.
ask D'Lo how good pitching can do for you. Full count. Pitch is hit towards second base. Hayden Fuller going to field it, fire over to first, and get the out. Hayden Fuller has had a day out there at second base. He's been active, and he has fielded everything cleanly. Second out of the inning. It's going to bring up the shortstop, number 10, Brett Kendall. Kendall sacrificed himself in the first inning, and he popped out to Hayden Fuller in the third inning.
We normally don't want to start talking about this, but we're talking about 4 outs away.
Oh, that is a good point. I didn't think about that. Also, though, as that missed tie for ball 1, if Raines comes up in the bottom of the 6th and scores 3 runs, then they don't have to get any more outs because the ball game's over.
Got you.
So, but yes, you are correct. You are correct. Grand Saline down to their final 4 outs. Robertson steps off. Now Kendall steps out. No pitch clock here in high school, so you don't have to worry about that. The 1-0. That's a nice stop by Guidry behind the plate. 2-0. What do you think about the pitch clock, Dad, for MLB?
I like it.
You like it?
I like it. Matter of fact, I've had the opportunity this year to watch a few games already, and they're sped up. They're moving faster. I like it. I really do like it. I know there may be others that not so happy about it, but it sped up the game, which to me means a whole big. I mean, that's a big difference.
2-1 is swung on, or 2-0 is swung on and missed, making it strike 1. So now 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, I like the pitch clock. I think anything to speed up the game is good.
Yeah, and it's not hurting anything. It's just keeping the nonsense from happening.
Yeah. 2-2 is Kendall swings through that one. Yeah, like if you don't swing the bat and you like that one, like Kendall swung, so you adjusted his helmet. You know, that's fine. But if you don't swing, you just take a pitch and step out and readjust your gloves and everything. It's dumb. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Robertson, the pitch. Kendall went up the ladder for that one, and it's going to be out of play. Head ache. Okay.
Yes. No, I think the pitch clock.
Pitch clock.
Yeah. I was looking at the pitch. I think the pitch clock is a good thing for MLB that they've started. I think it's going to help the game. It's improving the game. It's going to probably improve people viewing the game on TV.
Yes.
Because it's just not boring just to sit there and watch them do their dance or whatever they're
2-2.
doing.
Ooh, nearly some Shawn Michaels sweet chin music right there to Brett Kendall.
A little Matrix going on there.
I like to throw in my wrestling references when I can.
See that. This is baseball.
It could turn into wrestling. Full count. The pitch. Inside. Robertson wanted the call. Did not get it. Kendall's going to be on with a 2-out walk. So Brett Kendall reaches first base. These walks this season, by the way, brought to you by WWJ Surveying and Mapping in Tyler. 903-534-9000. They are your surveying specialists. It's going to bring up Landon Main. He had an RBI single back of the first. He popped out to first base in the 4th inning. Third at bat here, Robertson. High ball 1. You know, I didn't think about this when Bryce Holland got picked off at first. Robertson is a lefty. It's a lot easier. Well, I wouldn't say easier, but
his motion's different.
Yeah. We got the right fielder squatting out there. Okay, there he is. 1-0. Make that 2-0. But it's a lot. I will say it's harder to read a pickoff attempt for a lefty than it is a right-handed pitcher. Because that lefty really is just like the point of the toe, the 2-0, fouled into the net.
And there's no doubt, just like we said a while ago, he fell asleep over there. He was just not paying attention. And he got off a little bit further.
I caught slipping a little bit.
Yep. I remember when you was playing baseball, that was one thing you used to do. Love to get over there and just antagonize that pitcher.
Who, me? Oh, ball gets away from Guidry. And it'll advance Brett Kendall over to second. No, I don't, that doesn't sound like me.
Oh, it sounded all like you.
Well,
clapping your hands.
I did have some speed back in my day, so I could play with people like that.
That was why they wanted you on the base.
If I ever got on base, I couldn't hit worth nothing.
Well, you know.
KO for my nickname. Couldn't hit. I could field and run.
But you was a great pinch runner.
Yeah, I was great. I just couldn't hit the dang ball. If that's all I needed. Let me stand in the other batter's box or let me stand behind somebody and let them hit. And when it's hit, I'll just run.
Right.
That's what I
right,
wanted.
right.
I couldn't stand hitting. It's okay. Baseball was not my sport. 3-1, the count to Maine. That's inside corner, strike 2. A full count to Landon Maine, back to back full counts. So, if nothing, Grand Saline's making Robertson throw some pitches here in this inning.
Right.
Payoff pitch. That is hit towards center field. Bacon settling under it and snags it. It's out number 3. So now Reigns is 3 outs away from winning this district contest and extending their win streak. Rawr. We are headed to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 8-1 Reigns. You're listening to the Best of East Texas High School Baseball 99.9 KMOO and around the world with the KMOO Country app.
At Marshall's Barbecue Pit in Emory, eat the best barbecue in East Texas. Marshall slow cooks all their meat for tenderness, so you can get fall off the bone rib. Marshall can feed large groups with the posse, the truck wagon, and meat by the pound. Ask about their crawfish and shrimp. Try their barbecue sandwiches and plates. They cater any size group and they're BYOB. Open Wednesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8. They're located 745 East Linden Drive in Emory. Call them at 903-953-5353. Marshall's Barbecue Pit offers big-time flavor with a small-town flair. Looking for a professional company that handles all kind of land projects? Well, that would be Harris Groundworks, LLC out of Wills Point. Locally owned and operated, they have experience with all kind of land projects. They do forestry mulching, any dirt work, house pads, driveways, ponds. In addition, they do culvert installation, demolition, and much more. You'll be pleased. Serving all of Van Zandt County and all of East Texas. Check out their Facebook page at Harris Groundworks. That is GROUNDWERX LLC. Call Austin at 903-386-8844. We handle any projects from the ground up.
Welcome back. Best of East Texas High School Baseball here on 99.9 KMOO. K.O. Kyle Owens alongside Papa O. I almost said JT. You are not Jeremy Titsworth.
No, I'm not.
You are Papa O, Ron
I
Owens.
am.
Due up for the Wildcats. It's the 1-2-3, top of the order. Eric Bacon, Sean Robertson, and Grant Guidry. Luke Metcalf still on the mound for Grand Saline. I'll tell you what, Dad. Past 2 innings, 3 up, 3 down.
Yeah.
For Luke Metcalf and the Indians. He has retired 7 in a row. Bacon. First pitch from Metcalf. Misses, ball 1.
He really just had that one bad inning.
Really. Other than that, it'd still be a 5-1 game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Metcalf's done a good job since he came in. So 1 ball, no strikes now to Eric Bacon. And that's a strike outside corner. Bacon has reached on an error, came around to score in the 1st inning, grounded out to the pitcher back in the 2nd inning, and had a 2-run single in the 3rd inning. So he's had a good ball game as well. And he made a sliding catch in the outfield, which turned into a double play. A little bit of everything Eric's done today. And he pitched on Tuesday. So there you go.
There you go. Again, another one for a concession stand.
Yeah. I think he's waiting until after the game. He'll give out free waters in the concession stand. No,
nice.
2 balls and 1 strike. Ooh. Okay. I said it was getting warmer, and I lied.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah.
3 balls and 1 strike.
Although it says it's 57 degrees.
No, it's not. It's a lie.
Yeah.
It's 57 somewhere. It's not 57 here. 3 balls, 1 strike. And that's a walk. And Eric's going to scoot down there. Ivy picks up the ball. It's a walk brought to you by WWJ Surveying and Mapping.
It's kind of like it's 57 degrees somewhere. It's also 5 o'clock somewhere.
It is 5 o'clock somewhere. Sean Robertson stepping in. He has been outstanding on the mound today. And he has been on base twice, a walk, and he reached on an error. Came around to score back in the 1st inning. And he's popped out to the pitcher. So the wind starts to whip now. Bacon fakes going. They got him. Luke Metcalf picks him off at first base. And Eric, I said he flinched like he was going. He jumped like he was going to go take off for a second. And that's when Metcalf went to pick him off, and Eric couldn't get back in time. So 2 pickoffs in 1 game. where I don't think I've seen one all season. Well, I know I haven't seen one this season, but even thinking back to last year, I can't remember somebody being picked off.
Right.
Sean, a daddy hack, misses that one. Strike one.
Yeah, it says the wind's 7 miles an hour.
No. See, you can't trust that. You can't trust none of that. Because it is definitely whipping more than 7 miles an hour. The 0-1. It's ball one.
Oh.
What?
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 Yeah, 1-1.
Yeah.
About a second.
What are you doing?
Nothing. I wouldn't. They were.
Well, 1 ball and 1 strike. Metcalf the pitch. Breaking ball. That is a good-looking pitch right there.
That's
Strike
his,
2.
That's his pitch.
That is good-looking. But I'll tell you what. You hang that, it's trouble.
Yeah.
You hang it, we bang it. That's the terminology there.
Absolutely.
1-2. That is a beautiful pitch. Strike 3 swinging right there. I think as that's out number 2 for the inning. I really enjoy watching softball, and you know that. Me and you both do.
Absolutely.
But there's something so special about these baseball pitchers the movement they get on these pitches is now.
I was about to say a
softball is too,
those girls can get that thing
that's
to
a whole
rise.
different angle that you're trying to make that move. But, man, seeing these baseball pitchers just blows me away every time. Grant Guidry up to bat now with 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. An 8-1 lead for the Rains Wildcats. Luke Metcalf, the pitch. Misses. Ball 1.
Yeah, that's the thing that I've heard you and Mama talk about it before too. It scares you sometimes that these kids are learning how to throw these pitches and what it does to their arms. You know? That's why sometimes you just wonder if they should just learn how to do certain pitches and that's it, and not really try to do all this other stuff. But it is sweet. It's sweet to watch.
The 1-1. And Guidry hits that one to right field, and that is trouble. Down the line, Cooper Brown made the cardinal sin of taking 2 steps in before he went back, and that's going to be a double, a 2-out double for Grant Guidry. Double G with the 2-bagger. Doubles are brought to you by JK Trucking and Construction in Lindale. For all your construction needs, Dad, as an outfielder, that's that cardinal rule.
Oh, yes. It's easier to go. It's easier to come forward than it is to go back.
Coming in to run is Riley Ogle for Grant Guidry. So Guidry's not going to run on this one. Ogle coming in to run. So Ogle's out at second now.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've made that mistake.
Yeah.
Took that step forward and went, oh,
Me
man.
too. Me too.
And you knew it.
Oh, and we have a pinch hitter here. Nick Bowman not hitting. This is Toby Herndon, sophomore, hitting right here. Oh, I heard Hollywood. That's a nickname. Hollywood Herndon.
All right.
There it is.
Double H.
The 0-1. Herndon fouls it into the net. 0-2. And going back to the salt pageant, Dad?
Yes.
Hashtag GoNat is the hashtag.
It is.
Hashtag GoNat.
Well, here we thought we just made up something.
No. We were right on it. No balls and 2 strikes to Herndon. The pitch. Oh, got away from Metcalf there. Ball 1.
And for all you older folks that don't know what hashtag means, that's pound sign.
Pound sign. Yeah, absolutely. For those that don't know, it's a pound sign.
Trust me, it took me years to figure it out.
The 1-2. Oh, got Herndon swinging. Metcalf. Metcalf has had a good afternoon pitching. And that is going to do it for the 6th inning. We're headed to the 7th. Rains just 3 outs away from another district win and improving to 8-0. We'll be right back. You're listening to Best of East Texas High School Baseball, 99.9 KMOO and around the world with the KMOO Country app.
Veterinary Service is dedicated to providing affordable, compassionate care of your pets. Diamond L Veterinary has everything you need for the wellness of your pets, as well as diagnostic, surgical services, and grooming. They are your source for Purina Pro Plan and veterinary prescription diets. Great customer service and animal lovers. Diamond L Veterinary is locally owned and operated and is located at 1307 West South Commerce Street in Wills Point. Check out diamondlveterinary.com or call 972-284-9553. Diamond L Veterinary, working with you for the wellness of your pet.
B&B Underground and Service Company, LLC, is your locally owned and operated place to go for all your sand, gravel, and land clearing needs. With 10-plus years experience servicing all of East Texas, they are bonded and insured. They handle roads, ponds, house pads, driveways, also demolition. They can do concrete work, directional boring. They even offer dump truck service. Call them at 903-571-1085 or go by and see Brian Holland or Derek Kuntz at 711 Main Street in Quitman, open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5.
When your business's banners and shirts have to be perfect, you need a partner you can trust.
Lakeside Tees, custom screen printing and embroidery.
When you need your ideas to come to life, you need a partner who cares.
Lakeside Tees, custom screen printing and embroidery.
When you need to put your printing into someone else's hands, you need a partner who just gets it and gets it right. At Lakeside Tees, we know how much your t-shirts and banners mean to you, which is why we print them as if they're our own. Why would you trust anyone else? Call us at 903-383-7386.
Lakeside Tees, custom screen printing and embroidery.
Your printing partner.
Welcome back here to Emory, top of the 7th inning, about to get underway. There have been some defensive changes for Reigns. We'll try to get those to you momentarily. Oops. Luke Metcalf due up and fouls the first one. Headache, concession stand. Yep, there it is. We do know that, who is it, number 7, Braden Juarez, has come in. He's at second base now. We do know that for Reigns, as that's in there for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Luke Metcalf. That's the only one I see in the infield. It's hard to see the outfield.
Right.
But that's the only one I see in the infield. So, and Coach Kajihiro was over there talking to the umpire to make sure that they were aware what was going on, which he probably should. The 1-1. That's in there for strike 2. Metcalf in danger of the hat trick here. He has struck out looking both times. So, see what he does here on a 1-2 count. The pitch pops that one up to the left side. Jace Thompson over in foul territory, drifting back towards the foul line, makes the catch for out number 1. And Reigns now 2 outs away from securing the victory. Big Carson Brown's going to step into the box for Grand Saline. He flew out to right and grounded out to first. His 2 at-bats. This 7th inning brought to you by the Gold Buyer and Tyler. Visit thegoldbuyertyler.com. Dad, what do they want to do?
Take your gold and turn it to green.
There you go. Good job. Breaking ball from Robertson in there for strike 1. Inning recap by my friend Micah Lowe and Lowe Insurance Group. Well, not by him, but it's sponsored by him. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 runner left on for Reigns, and no runs and 1 hit, 1 error. No, I'm sorry. No runs, no hits, 1 runner left on. That one's hit towards short, going to be fielded by Herndon. Fires across, low throw, nice scoop at first base by Zach Shepard. What a scoop. Give him a Dairy Queen cone for that scoop.
Man.
That was nice. Low throw by Herndon, Hollywood Herndon, but Shepard scooped it up.
I mean, he just stretched and scooped.
We got a new pinch hitter here. Andrew Hawkins is hitting for Grand Saline now in Ivy's spot. Ivy's had a rough game, man. And not a bad game. It's just been he's been beat up. Big swing and a miss by Hawkins for strike 1. Sean Robertson looking to complete a gem of a game. He's only given up 3 hits.
He's had a very good game.
He really has. Fouled off.
You take that first inning away, and I mean he's been spot on.
No balls and 2 strikes. Grand Saline down to their final strike. Robertson the pitch. And a swing and a miss, and that's apropos for how this ball game has gone for Sean Robertson. And that's going to do it. The Reigns Wildcats are going to defeat the Grand Saline Indians by a score of 8-1. Stick with us here for the Gas and Supply post-game show. We'll be right back.
Triple G Plumbing in Mineola is the honest and dependable plumber you've been looking for. Family owned and operated, they're licensed and insured. They have 24-hour emergency repair service for residential and commercial. They're a full-service plumber that specializes in service repair. He does drain cleaning, provides a hydrojet cleaning service, and he sells and installs hot water heaters. Triple G's #1 priority is your health and safety. Call Triple G at 903-569-7286. Triple G is your hometown plumber. At Marshall's Barbecue Pit in Emory, eat the best barbecue in East Texas. Marshall slow cooks all their meat for tenderness, so you can get fall off the bone ribs. Marshall can feed large groups with the posse, the chuck wagon, and meat by the pound. Ask about the crawfish and shrimp. Try their barbecue sandwiches and plates. They cater any size group and they're BYOB. Open Wednesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8. They're located at 745 East Linden Drive in Emory. Call them at 903-953-5353. Marshall's Barbecue Pit offers big-time flavor with a small-town flair. Looking for a professional company that handles all kind of land projects? Well, that would be Harris Groundworks, LLC out of Wills Point. Locally owned and operated, they have experience with all kind of land projects. They do forestry mulching, any dirt work, house pads, driveways, ponds. In addition, they do culvert installation, demolition, and much more. You'll be pleased. Serving all of Van Zandt County and all of East Texas. Check out their Facebook page at Harris Groundworks. That is GROUNDWERX LLC. Call Austin at 903-386-8844. We handle any projects from the ground up.
Gibson Service Company is that professional construction company that brings customers' vision to life. Locally owned and operated, they service residential, commercial, and industrial, sells and delivers sand and gravel. Gibson Service Company does new and remodel office construction, commercial fencing, heavy dirt work and excavation, demolition, and all general construction. Check out GibsonServiceCo.com. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, located at 501 East Garland Street in Grand Saline. Call 962-5535. Gibson Service Company is your one-stop shop for all of your construction needs.